is a very exciting day for me. As you guys can probably tell, this is going to be a Wild Bunch design team project. And I really wanted to start this video by saying a huge thank you to all of you, my subscribers, my YouTube friends. I had an amazing feedback from my entry video for the Wild Bunch team. Every single comment I received was a very positive, very sweet and very kind comment, so I wanted to thank you. I really appreciate all of you. Anyways, I was selected to be a designer for the Wild Bunch, and I really wanted to get this started with a really fun tutorial. So I'm just going to quickly share with you guys what the project is, and then afterwards I'm going to have a clip with the tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoy this project. Anyway, so let me just move this aside. So this is the project I have created, and I apologize for the glare here. I will take these out of the box in a second. I just wanted to show you guys, this is actually an acetate box, and I wanted to use them. So there are a couple of birthdays coming up which I needed gifts for, and I decided to create this. And what this is actually little sachet bags, and you can actually do a lot with these little bags. You can put them in your sock drawer, one of your hangers in your wardrobe, and it just makes it smell so nice. You can have these on your bedside cabinet as well. You know, it's just a way of having a scent in your home. Anyway, so I will have all of the product codes down below in the description bar. I just thought it would be easier for you guys if all of the codes are together, and you can easily copy and paste and go to the Wild Orchid Craft website and find every single item. So here I've used some seam binding here to decorate. Here on top I've actually added some ribbon buckles. This is 2 ribbon buckles and a pearl in the center, and again I'll have the codes below. And all I did here, I've just actually tied this bow here, and you can just untie this, and on this corner here I actually glued it down just because I wanted it to be easier for me to just tie the bow again once this pack is opened. So this box opens here on the side like so. So I made 3 little bags to go in the box, and actually I could only fit 2, but that's okay because now I have a spare one, so that's fine. Anyway, so I'll start with this one right here. They are actually pretty similar, except the fabric is a different fabric. So anyway, here's the little bag, and you can see here I have got the seam binding on the top, and what this is actually just the seam binding that ties the bag together. So you just jiggle this a little bit and it comes open. So this is what the little bag looks like, and oh my god, it smells so good, you guys. I wish you guys could smell through the camera. Wouldn't that be amazing? Anyway, so the bag is made of fabric and there's no stitching involved. This is the cool thing about this tutorial actually, is that I can sew by hand and everything, but I do get a little bit lazy and I don't have a sewing machine. So I decided to create a little bag like this using my glue gun. And the good thing about this is that anybody can do it. So anyway, this is what the little bag looks like inside, and it has the cotton with the fragrance. And I won't go into that too much because I've actually explained how that works on the tutorial. So here I have got some lace, and I just ruffled the lace, and then on top here underneath the pearl I actually have this pretty blue trim, and then I just added these pretty pearls here on top. And then here on the side I've actually added some stamens, and this was the first thing I did actually. And then here I've added some of these trellis roses. I've used this blue one here, and then on the side I've just added this beautiful cherry blossom, and then another cherry blossom here on the side. And actually I decided to decorate the bags pretty much in the same way because, as I said, because it was a set, I wanted it to coordinate, and all that changes is the colors of the flowers, but this is a trellis rose as well, and it's also from the same pack as this other blue here. The cherry blossom is actually the same again. It's from the same pack as well, but it's just slightly different colors. And so this is what I've done to these little bags. So you can see what it looks like here when it's closed. And then here's when it's open. And really, when you give this to someone as a gift, when the sachet is no longer smelling, they can go ahead and take the cotton out and use this as a little bag. This could be a sock bag, or it could be for your underwears. Maybe you're traveling, you're going somewhere and you want to put a couple of underwears in there, just fold them really neatly and, you know, just take it with you. And it just looks so pretty. To me, it just looks very luxurious. You know, if you're going to take this with you in your travels, I think this is a really nice way, and it's a way of feeling pampered as well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my first Wild Orchid Craft design team project. Thanks for watching and enjoy the tutorial. Hey everyone, so I'm just going to get started by telling you how I have created the bag. So this fabric here was cut 10 inches by 5 inches, and then I fold it in half like so. And then at this end here where it's not joined together, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip the ends here on the diagonal, and you will see why I do that later on. So you can see here what I've done. So it goes in just a little bit, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. So what I want to do is I'm going to open my fabric like this, and I'll make sure that the right side is facing down at this point. Then I'm going to take my glue gun, and at this very edge here where I snipped that little bit off, I'm going to add a tiny little bit of glue, and then I'm going to fold it in. So that's what it looks like there. You can see it's just a tiny little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for all 4 corners. Now I want to create this little fold where the ribbon is going to go through. So what you want to do is, again, still with the right side facing down, you're going to add a little line of glue here on the very top of the fabric, and then you're going to fold that like so. And you're going to make sure you leave a little space there without the glue, which is where the ribbon's going to go through. So now, very important, now you're going to close up the bag. So of course what you're going to do is you're going to turn the fabric around so the right side is now up, and then you're going to fold it like this, okay? And what I want to do is add a little bit of glue on just this half of the fabric, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And very important, you're going to stop the glue where the fold starts here. So that's where you're going to stop the glue. You're not going to go all the way up. And stop there. And now you fold your bag in half, and you just run your fingers like so. And now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just open up your bag here and go ahead and add your glue. Okay, now all you need to do is turn your bag inside out, or the right way, as I would say, and your bag is done. Now next thing you want to do, you want to add the ribbon that is going to close the bag. So for this, I actually have some seam binding here, and this is the vintage seam binding Danish blue, and here's the code right here. Instead of cutting it, I'm just going to show you 2 ways that you can close this bag. What I have here is a bobby pin. This is just a hair bobby pin. You can actually use a safety pin as well to do this procedure, but I don't have one to hand, so I'm just going to use this bobby pin for now. And what I like to do is I just put my ribbon or my seam binding, let me see a better position here for you guys to see. So what I like to do is I just pass this through, okay, you can see here. And then what I like to do is I just add a tiny little bit of glue to the end here, and then I fold this in just so that it holds it there, okay? And this just makes it easier for you to run it through the little hole here. So here's the bobby pin, and there's the hole there. So I'll just put the bobby pin in like so, And then I just go like this and I push the fabric. I'm just pushing the bobby pin into the fabric until it goes out on the other side, and you can see here it came out of the other side. Okay, so that's one side with the ribbon there. And now you can just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and that's one way that you can close your bags. Okay, so what you would do is you would leave a little bit extra here on the side, and what you would then do is just pull your fabric with the ribbon, and then you would tie a bow here. So that's one way of closing it, but I'm actually going to show you another way of closing this. So what you would do is you would leave these two ends here, and I'm actually going to cut this off, and then all you do here, remember you glued this to the bobby pin, you just need to just trim that bit off. Okay, and actually you can just cut that off your bobby pin as well, and that's sorted. So now you have one that goes in for this side all the way down on the other side. And now what I want to do, I'm going to put another piece of this seam binding here, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here just to hold it in place for me while I'm running this through. And then what I'm going to do is, you can see here, so this is how it is at the moment. So now what I want to do is I'm going to start on this side where there's a loop here. I'm going to pick one side. Okay, so any side you can start because you're going to go through the other side as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the bottom side here, and I'm going to run this through just once again like we've done before. Okay, and you want to be careful not to pull the original one, okay, because the original one is still hanging there at the moment. And now what you want to do is you pull this again, and just as before you're going to go through to the other one. Okay, so this one here has the ribbon here. I'm just going to insert my bobby pin and then start pushing until it comes out of the other side. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this a little bit here. So what you have now is a ribbon that starts from here and ends there, and then the other one is the other way around, so it starts from here and ends there. So you're going to end up with two little tails on each side. Okay, so I'm just going to snip this here and snip this here. And what that's going to do is, once you pull these, this is what happens. Okay, so all you need to do with these is actually just tie a little knot here at the end. So that they don't come out of this little baggie here. Okay? Okay, so you just jiggle it around a bit and it comes loose again. So now next step for the sachet, you're going to need some cotton. You know, there's many forms of cotton. I happen to have this cotton here, and it's just like little pads, and you just break it off like this. So I'm just going to break off a piece that actually fits pretty much the size of the bag here, and then I'm going to break off a slightly smaller piece. Then what you're going to need is some sort of fragrance, and I happen to have a lot of these little oils here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to put a few drops of this onto this cotton wool here. Okay, and you can add as many drops as you like. I didn't even count. I don't know how many drops went on there. But basically now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squish this together so the whole cotton is kind of wet. Okay, so that's that. And the next thing I want to do is, of course, I don't want this touching the bag because the bag is fabric and this is oil, and I don't want this oil to stain the fabric. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squish this into a bowl, and then I'm going to put it in here with my cotton. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold it in like this. And now I can go ahead and add it into my little bag. And I can go ahead and close my little bag, and the sachet is done. And now the bag is ready to be decorated. Okay, so I'm going to start with some lace. I'm worried that the glue is going to penetrate the fabric and transfer to the other side. So I've just added a little bit of cardboard here to stop that from happening. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue at a time. Okay, and I'm folding the end there because I don't want it to show. And now I'm just going to gather this together with my fingers as I glue it down. Okay, so you can see here I've got a little ruffled lace going on here. I've got this little trim here. Next, I want to add some pearls. Okay, now I'm going to be using some white Stamens, and this is what they look like here. And I'll have the code for everything below in the description box anyway. And I'm also going to be using this Trellis rose, and also a couple of cherry blossoms. So what I'm going to do here with these Stamens is I'm just going to get them together and fold it in half, and that don't need to be perfect, so something like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue here on my lace, and then I'm going to put this onto it. I'm going to let that dry, and whilst that's drying I'm going to curl this little wire here. So this is how I do it. I just put a skewer or anything that's like a thin cylinder shape like this. So you're just going to hold your wire there and then pull your wire forward and just basically roll it onto the skewer. And you can see there what I mean. And then when you pull your skewer out like this, you have this curled little wire, and I think it looks really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and decide where I want my trellis rose here, and I think I like it where the Stamens is. Okay, so that's what they look like there. I think it looks absolutely adorable. Okay, so that's your bag finished there. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please comment below. And please don't forget to check out Wild Orchid Craft website. I'll have all the links below for the products and the products code, and also to the Wild Orchid Craft website. So thanks everybody for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!